Hello! Welcome back to another video. Today, I thought I would show off all of my current Bloxburg plots. I think at least one of these is not completely finished right now, and of course in the future there's going to be plenty more. I build quite a bit in this game, however my builds take a while, so I thought I'd go ahead and show all the ones I've completed right now. Now, two of these will already be up on my channel by the time that this video will be up. However, none of the others have been posted, at least not here. I posted some of these on my TikTok, which is the same as this, my channel. Anyways, let's just get right into it. The first plot I have is simply just this. It's a work plot so I can get my money up because, these builds be costing me $1 million plus for pretty much each build. I have to work a lot in this game. So, the work plot, that's about as simple as it gets. We'll go ahead and go on to the next plot. Hopefully it doesn't take too much time to load in between these, because, some of my plots are very big. Some of my plots actually lag servers, especially when I go into public servers. The next plot we'll show is, I guess in order, we'll just go to my ice rink. This was a plot that I built for winter time. I tend to like to build seasonal plots as well, and I make some of my own decals for certain things. I can point out along the way kind of ones I made. I did make this. It kind of tells you what's here. So first we got the entry area, I suppose. There's places to park on either side. However, also most of my plots have cars. Honestly, on some of them, I probably need to move some of these to other plots I use more, because, this is a nice car, and it's on this plot, which I don't load too often. And here is just an area where you would put on your ice skates. I wish we had ice skates to place on the ground in Bloxburg like we do the roller skates. That's why these are just rollerblades, but you know what you can do. The skate rentals, I made that, and I also did the decal for that. A lot of them I find just PNG images. These I tend to make in Canva, as well as my thumbnails, actually. So there's a door on the side. These buildings are made all with custom shapes, but here you can get your skates and fox and rent them out for your time here. And then if we go ahead and go to the other side, this is a little food stall. This is where you can get, I got kind of lazy with this, and there were so many things that wouldn't fit, so I just, I made an easier sign. But yeah, that's where you'll get your food and drink. So while you're here, you can have some nice hot chocolate. And then here we have the main star of the show, the skating rink. It's all rounded and very big, like a lot of ones you see in Christmas movies, or even in person, depending where you go. If we get off the rink, up here, there's a little gingerbread house. You cannot go inside because the door is custom built. And I didn't want to build an interior. So there's that. And then if you go over here, there's a little area we can do a snowball fight. And, that is it for this plot. The value for this is 1.4 million. I can tell you right now, most of that cost actually comes from just the ice itself. And in case you're wondering what it looks like at nighttime with all the really, really beautiful lights, here it is. I tend to have my time set just at 5 p.m. because that's what I like most. But I'll show you how each of my plots look at day and night. So yeah, that's this plot. On to the next one. Again, these will take a very long time to load. And one plot I will specifically save for last just because it is so big. No matter how it comes up in the rotation. But yeah. Alright, the next plot is a fairy plot. I've just recently finished this. The whole tour of it is on my TikTok as well, but now we'll get a little bit more in detail tour, I suppose. This one's pretty big. So, it is still loading. while we're waiting for that, please remember to like and subscribe. My stuff doesn't get much at this point, but I'm hoping maybe eventually it will. Anyhow, we have lots of custom built stuff here. These mushrooms. We have a little pond here with the butterflies. If we go this direction through the little forest, we have a little tea table that's a mushroom. And then we go the opposite direction. And we have all these like beautiful views here. A little garden, because if you were a fairy living in the forest, you'd be making all your own food, you know? And then here's the actual house itself. It's a very cute little cottage. And if we go ahead and go inside, this is the entryway. Lots of custom built stuff here. I made the living room. All my custom furniture is usable. Very nice, cozy living room. The kitchen in this build has to be like my favorite kitchen I've ever built, I swear. Like all the custom appliances that are usable. This kitchen though took me about 5 hours. That is not an over exaggeration. Fortunately. We go to this door, we have the bathroom. Again with all the custom stuff that you would use besides the tub and like some of the stuff, like obviously there's real stuff underneath, but I like to make custom things. Yeah. And then if we go through this door, the bedroom with the custom desk, which I love how this came out. We have a custom dresser, then the same bookshelf and a custom bed. So cozy looking. I absolutely adore this build. And this build is one of my most favorite ones how it looks at night. So let me just go ahead and show you that as well. All the lights just make this insanely beautiful to look at night. Like, oh my goodness. Wow. So, yeah, that's my fairy house plot. I finished this earlier this week actually as well. Or hopefully maybe earlier this week, depending on when this is shown. Also, plot is almost worth 1 million. Again, what a shocker. Almost all of my plots are worth about 1 million, if not way over 1 million. And now we wait for it to load up again. The worst part of Bloxburg, when you build such big and custom plots, is definitely the waiting time. The next plot is my Five Nights at Freddy's plot. This is inspired after Five Nights at Freddy's 1, and there's people who have built this much better than I have, but I am very happy with how mine looks, honestly. I built it a while ago when we didn't have transforms, so I'm pretty happy with how like the animatronics came out. We'll go ahead and go through this at night. I don't know why we got the water goods in here, but you know. So first, of course, we have the office. Again, don't mind if anything on any of these plots, especially ones built after like real games, the spacing is off. Bloxburg's scale system kind of makes some builds awkward. And then, if we go ahead and go this way, we have here, all the doors are open because I was showing people my plots the other day. Anyways, we have the storage room. And then if we go ahead and go in, we have Foxy in his little pirate's cove. We have all the table and chairs here. And then we have this room, you know, with all the parts of the animatronics. This was probably one of my easiest rooms because I had already built the animatronics when I did this room, so I literally just took their heads and just deleted certain parts of them. And then I have custom little arcade machines. They look so much better now. But, you know, I did what I did at the time. And here, of course, we got the main three. We have Bonnie with his guitar, Freddy with his little microphone, and Chica with her cupcake. If we continue this way, we have the bathrooms. We don't see them in game really. They're very plain, but they are here. And then we don't ever see the kitchen in the game, but I just built a kind of makeshift plain kitchen here. And yeah, that's my Five Nights at Freddy's plot. Of course, also the outside is very vague since, as much as I remember, I don't think we see it in the game. But yeah, that was the first plot I ever built based off of a video game, I believe. And now that's one of my favorite things to actually build from is video games I enjoy, and I know a lot of others enjoy. And another thing about me is I like to build things sometimes that people haven't built, like a Splatoon plot or an Animal Crossing plot. Those aren't things others have really built, so it makes me feel special. Speaking of, Splatoon is next. However, since I just had a video on that one, I'm gonna leave it for last at least. My main house. Main house is just kind of like my suburban house. If I wanted to, like, let's say, come on here and roleplay or whatever, this would be the house I would use. It's my most, like, quote-unquote normal house, I suppose. But here it is. It's the final thing I'll load in. So you just have a classic suburban house. Over here we have, like, a little hammock in the yard. We have a very nice yard here. If you don't support, you can get off my channel. Thank you. If we go ahead and go inside, here's the living room. Again, I put a lot of custom furniture. A little less in this build as now I'm getting really comfortable with the transform pass, and also when I built this we did not have the transform pass yet. And over here we have the garage. You know, a nice little cluttered garage with your vehicles. My favorite vehicle to ride around in is on this plot, because this is commonly the one I will load in if I'm not specifically showing off any plots. Then we have our first bathroom here. Big old nice counter space. And then if we go ahead and go here, I suppose. The office. This got a lot of traction. A lot of people like my little, so I suppose streamer looking setup here with the gaming chair. This took forever, and I can't imagine how much easier it would be now with transform, but if don't mind that. That was for TikToks and I still keep forgetting to delete it. The pool is heavily glitching out, but it's alright. We got a nice, very family-friendly backyard here. You know, everything you'd need. I love this little grilling area so much. That side gate just loops back around to the front. And yeah, if we continue on this direction, we have the hallway with all my trophies. You know, I gotta flex all my trophies off here. And we have our laundry room. Love this laundry room so much. I think all the rooms in this house are pretty realistic to an actual home. We have the kitchen. I adore this kitchen. Even though I did not do custom appliances in this kitchen, I really, really love how it turned out. So yeah, this, however, is custom. The, like, range hood is custom. And then we have a little pantry over here. Very simple, but we got a little pantry. And then if we continue this direction, we have the dining room. Love the dining room. I still got my Christmas popcorn in here. This custom seat, oh, I love it. It took so long, but I think it was worth it. And here we have the master bedroom, custom dresser, some more custom furniture just in general in here. Made some signage. We got a little closet. Then that's all for the downstairs. Now if we move upstairs, we got the landing area and the first bedroom up here. I love this bedroom with the pallet bed and this nice new chair. Oh, I love this new chair in Bloxburg. It's so perfect. Oh, oh, I'm using a hairbrush. Oh no. And they have a closet as well. All the closets are pretty much exactly the same. This bedroom has a small bathroom connected to it. Very, very small little bathroom. But hey, you can't complain when you have a bathroom connected to your room. We continue. This is more a children's bedroom. I love the bed here, and actually, if you are small enough, there is a space center here with a bunch of toys and such that the kiddos can play with. And the nice bed up here, love it, love it. See, I'm prepared for that. And they have a nice little hallway closet almost. We continue. We have just some hallway decor. Then we have the next bathroom with a nice big spa bathtub. Always gotta have this, especially my nice fancy houses, because this bathtub is nice. If we continue, we have the last bedroom, which I just did a more fancy princessy vibe to it, I suppose. None of my bedrooms are meant to be gendered. A boy could happily have this room. I do not care. But yeah, I wanted to use the new furniture from this set when we got it, and so that's kind of what inspired this room. They also have a similar closet to the others. And then here, this room, it's just storage. Not that I actually have a plot for storage when these holidays come around, but I didn't know what else to make this room, and it was kind of small. I didn't want another bathroom, so I literally just threw some of what was in my inventory in here to make it look like a storage room. And, yeah, that's this house. This house is worth 1.7 mil. So far this is the most expensive plot I have shown, but I love it. And now we can move on to the next one. So, I hope you guys are enjoying these so far. I know, again, a lot of people don't really watch my videos, but I'm hoping slowly but surely I can get up there as a Bloxburg YouTuber, or just a Roblox YouTuber in general. I may play some other Blox or Roblox games as well, so I hope you enjoy. The next plot is my skating rink. I have an ice rink and I have a normal roller rink. This one, however, is not 100% finished. This is beautiful at night, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to nighttime. I love, love, love the outside of this so much. And then if we go ahead and go inside, to the side we have the skate rentals. Again, I make a lot of the signs for these things. And if we go over here, this is just supposed to be like where you would get your tickets and to enter the rink. And it's just like also a staff room, I suppose. Kinda. Anyways, if we continue, we have the restrooms. Oh, we have the men's restroom here. And the women's restroom is on the other side. It is the exact same thing, just mirrored. Simple bathrooms. And then here, similar to my ice rink, we have some benches to put on your skates. Also, I would like to say this is heavily inspired by a local skating rink to me, at least the layout. We have a birthday table, since a lot of people, at least at the rink I have here, has birthday parties. So, yeah. And this way, we have the concession area with all the little booths you can sit at, and your actual concession, where you can buy food and drinks, pretty much anything in Bloxburg, kind of as you can see. And if we go the other direction, this part is not finished. It's a little arcade. I still need to make more arcade games for it, but so far we have a little area where you can get some cash and stuff to play the games. We have the basketball game. We have this game where you like knock down the clowns. And then my favorite so far, which this also before Transform Plus I made this. I love this little area so much. And of course we have the prize counter, where you can buy all your different prizes with all the tickets you win, including the actual little ticket machine. And then here we have the actual rink. On the rink we have a big old rocket, because this is called Spaceway Skate. very spacey themed. And they might kind of made up. I personally enjoy space, and I wanted to kind of have a fun theme to go along with the skating rink instead of just making it a plain old skating rink. So yeah, that's this one. It's still a work in progress because of that arcade. I have actually been building this for a long time and just never have gotten around to quite finishing those. That's my bad. Anyways, on to the next one. I only have a couple plots left, actually. Oh, I forgot to show the value on that one. I know it's around 700,000 though, but I expect it to be, again, also near about 1,000,000. Once I finish all those arcade machines. The next one we will show, we're gonna save that, is my Animal Crossing plot. The storage plot, since you can see the values, that is just empty. That is for when we get seasonal stuff. But yeah, my Animal Crossing plot. Animal Crossing is probably my most favorite game, and I really wanted to build something from it. And I decided to build from the newest game, New Horizons, which I love. I have over 2,000 hours in that game. I've changed my island theme multiple times. I'm right now doing a horror island theme. Or not necessarily horror, but just creepy. Anyways, I do not think you care about that. Let's just show off the plot. I built the seaplane. Again, this was before it transformed, so if it looks a little worse than it probably could, that would be why. I'm sure I could make some of these things better now if I really wanted to, but yeah. Then we have, of course, Dodo Airlines. But you have to go down into it because, again, how stuff works in Bloxburg, it's just not perfect to actual games. But you have here, and you have your dodos and your mail, and you can actually walk back here, but there's nothing back there, just like in the game. I love this. I think it turned out really nice. This plot I am obsessed with, but that's just because I'm also obsessed with Animal Crossing. I also built each of the house upgrades. Here's like your starter house aside from you getting the tent. Back there would be your second upgrade, and up there is your third. We'll get over there though. And then, of course, we have a beach here. We have some residents on our island with a campsite nearby. Thank God, Bloxburg happens to have these nice tents that look very similar to the ones in the game. So I could just kind of use those. Up here is my favorite thing from this whole plot, which is the Nook's Cranny. I think this turned out amazingly. I love it, love it, love it, love it so much. I got all the little details I could, even the little stairway. I love this plot, and they had like their seasonal stock. I think it turned out beautifully, and that build alone cost a lot of money, but you do what you have to do. And then over on the opposite side from that, we have the Able Sisters, which I'm not as happy with its outcome, but I still think it came out nicely. If I came back to this with Transform Plus, I could probably make it even better, but I'm happy with its outcome for what it is. Yeah, we got all the little details I can possibly fit in. Again, I had to make some of the decals, not from the villagers, but for a lot of the shop owners, similar to my Splatoon plot, which if you go watch the video for that, I had to make all the shop owner decals, but it's okay, it is what it is. We have our gold spot, of course, which don't look too closely. Yes, it is just a plate, and there's light underground. My probably second favorite, maybe my favorite, would be the hall. Like, I think it came out as close to the game as I could. I even built CJ's little fishing tent. I adore this so much. I actually prefer Flick over CJ just because of his looks, but I really like how CJ's tent area looks, so I built his. And interior to here, it came out so good. I couldn't be happier with this interior, honestly. Now, of course, the second game, the store leads to nowhere. This building on the outside is actually much bigger, so it came out a little funky looking. Like there's nothing there. I had to block it off with some blocks, but Bloxburg scale to Animal Crossing scale is definitely crazy. And here's your third house upgrade. There's no interior to houses because these doors are fake. Because for some reason the doors in Animal Crossing to the walls in Bloxburg are huge. If we continue this way, also, I want you to know, I got warnings for uploading some of those fruit. There's no peach trees because, Roblox removed my peach decals. Here's the museum. This one is the only one with a not full interior because I could not do each of the actual exhibit areas because it simply would be too big. It would take up a whole plot itself. But I made like little entries to where they would be. I did the best I really could. If you aren't happy with it, I'm sorry. Like I do my best here. But yeah, this is the island. This is still one of my most proud builds, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's worth 780,000. Not as much as you would actually think, I feel. But again, if I had to transform past when I did this, it would have been worth, oh god, so much more. Because that's how come my Splatoon plot cost so much. I used a lot of Transform Plus, and so many basic shapes. Oof, crazy. Anyways, we are going to continue. I'm not going to show this again because I have it in another video recently. I won't show it in detail at least. I'll give a quick little overview of it, but if you want to see everything real close up in detail, you can go to the video for that. I do also have a video for the funhouse, but it's been a lot longer. But yeah, here is Inkopolis Plaza from Splatoon 1. Splatoon is another one of my most favorite games ever, so I had to do it justice, just like Animal Crossing. You know, I did a lot of the decals for a lot of the people. I made the two big old statues. You know, I did everything I absolutely could. Back here we have an actual little play map. And yeah, that's just a quick little overview of it simply because I am going to recently have a video uploaded of a very more close-up, longer tour of this. So yeah, you can go watch that if you want to see it. Yeah. My last and final plot is probably still one of my most popular, and anytime I load it in a public server, a lot of people run up to it. I mean, I can understand why. I did spend a lot of time on it. I spent about 2 weeks straight just building this plot. Literally sat down pretty much every day for 2 weeks building, working to get money to keep building. So the outcome is nice. Again, when you see some stuff, remember this is before Transform Plus. If I had Transform Plus when I built this, it would have been even more insane. This is my only plot that hit 100% data, so much to the fact to even place down a clothing rack, I had to literally go buy more data. It is worth 1.7 million as well. The Splatoon one is 1.2, but you'll see that in the Splatoon video. Anyways, this was my Halloween build for last year. I'm going to do one this year as well. I'm still figuring out what I want to do. It's not something as big, not a whole haunted house like this, but something else. Yeah, this clown alone took me a very long time. But if we enter, we have a nice neon maze. There's lots of different ways to get you confused in here. And confused people do get. I have to walk people through this every time I load it, because if they try and walk through this alone, they get very lost. But, yeah. And the next room is just like a haunted hallway. There's things that pop out of some of the paintings. If you want to know a tutorial on how to go do that, go watch Nova Zealand. She has a tutorial on how to make anything pop out of a wall. And yeah, grandfather clock here. And, yeah, we have some flashing lights. if you want to know how to do that, I will show a little video. If it's requested, it's very, very simple, but in the next room is a deadly birthday party. Um, some of the room themes are very interesting and some are more plain. Some stuff is just because I wanted to use certain items from the game. But yeah. Then we have the back rooms. There used to be a nice decal here, but I think it got removed. This was when back rooms was like absolutely blowing up. I mean, it still is, but I had to do something related to it. I got a bit of an obsession with watching backrooms videos, so I had to, do that. Then we have a fairyland. Now remember, while this is a haunted house, it's more so a fun house, and not every room is supposed to be creepy. Some of the rooms are just supposed to be kind of off-putting. Like, who knows? Maybe these are killer fairies. You don't know, so they're just supposed to be off-putting. So, yeah. The next room is a three-dimensional room where I originally had this harder to get through, but nobody could actually walk through it. So I had to make it easier. And, yeah, this room cost a lot of money because these are all basic shapes. Every portion of the wall is a different basic shape. The dungeon. I like this room a lot. This is a fake door, because I couldn't make this actually open as a real door. Like, there's just a wall behind it. I'm very happy with this room, and then the real door is behind this wall, so it's hidden away. This room is a jail, and you have to actually go through the cells to get through it. We have dead prisoners, and it's like a little breakout sequence here. And yeah, this room is probably one of my most favorite rooms. It is an alien room where some aliens have broken out. Again, this water glitch is really, really bad, but I can't do anything about that. That's Bloxburg's fault. And to get to the next room, a lot of people struggle with this, but you have to walk into that one sideways in first person. We got the hospital, again with some flashing lights, custom built hospital beds. Yeah. And some of these rooms took a lot shorter amount of time, while others took a lot longer. This one in particular took quite a bit longer, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Then we have like a witch's little house, little coven here, with a little magic ball and her cauldron, or his cauldron. We've got the bird in the cage. Yeah. Probably my most popular room is my little carnival room. I love this cannon. Love everything about this, but there's rooms I like more than this one, honestly. Yeah, some of these popcorn boxes are not tilted like how they are meant to be anymore, but it's okay. This room is another one of my personal favorites. It's like a abandoned school, I suppose. Again, with some flashing lights. They flash at different times actually to make it even creepier. All the ceilings in these rooms are all also custom. I don't know if you've noticed, but like this one is tilted. Yeah, there's a lot to this build. The next room is a sewer. There's also some ghosts that pop out in here. I personally also very much love this room because of how I got it to tilt, and I got the actual sewer drain. There's more ghosts that go here. The next room is a ball pit. Shockingly, this is one of the most expensive rooms. These are all balloons. All the way down there, there's a lot. So it's expensive, but no. This room, I'm happy with it. I don't know that a lot of other people understand necessarily, but it's just like the weird core kind of theme. You know, eating meat, drinking blood, all the eyes watching you, these weird paintings. I personally like weird core, so I wanted to do a room theme to it. And here's where I started to lose some ideas. There's 20 rooms in this whole thing. It got a little hard, but here is outer space with a little alien buddy. He's cute. We got a spaceship. And then, oh, I keep doing that. The next room is just a cave. Again, I really like how I got to turn all the little crystals and the bats. Then we are in like a fish tank. You are now a fish in a fish tank. I suppose that's as much as there is to this one. In the last and final room, I was working with like literally a 1% left of data. It's supposed to be like a horror movie like scene. Hence the camera and such. I was losing ideas and money and data. I was doing what I could. And yeah, I love this build. This is probably my most popular build ever, and when I put it in public servers, oof, it really pulls a lot of people in. You actually can go down the slide, because you can actually get up there if you just roundabout climb up. You can get up there, and you can slide in. You will slide pretty much almost right into there. And yeah, that is that build. This build also does mean a lot to me. Oh, not the bills. Let me switch houses before I pay bills. I hope everybody enjoyed seeing all these different builds of mine. I spend a lot of time making each of these, and a lot of money goes into making all these builds, as you could see by all the different values. I mean, a lot of time and money goes into this. There's not videos on most of these, and I cannot make videos speed build wise on like any of these. I don't really record speed builds. Maybe in the future I actually will start doing those if people are interested. I can do some hacks for some of these if there's something you notice and you want me to show how I made it. I may possibly be able to at least show you how I made it. But yeah, that's about it, I think. I really hope eventually my channel gets bigger and more people can see my stuff. It would mean a lot to me. And yeah, I just ended off my last video here actually, but we'll end it off here again, I suppose. Thank you so much for watching if you do. Thank you if you like and subscribe and continue to watch my content. I'm going to try to actually start making more, as well as on my TikTok. I do post quite a bit on there. I have been now, at least now that I've gotten kind of back into everything. For a long time I wasn't really building. Ever since I did something back in December, I really didn't build too much, but recently I'm getting way back into it. And I'm hoping to keep that up, and hope keeping to make content on both things and getting more people to enjoy it. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and goodbye.